Alright, welcome back to the channel. We got a little project today for Turbo John that Mr. Randy dropped off his old lights. So we are going to do a very fast DIY tail light tint video on how you can tint you a set of tail lights at your house. No crazy stuff required. Very simple. And I'm going to show you how to do it. So I'm going to show you what we're working with. These are probably as tore up as any lights that y'all have. All right, so just like as a lot of y'all probably have, y'all probably got some tore up, busted tail lights. Sorry if there's any wind noise in the background. So this is probably what y'all got. Probably somebody, you know, has put nightshades on your tail lights, or, you know, they're just wore out, busted, you know, cracked across the top, split all up. Looks like somebody has put silicone on these. I mean, there's nothing wrong. These are very good usable tail lights. There's no reason to trash these. We can bring these back to life, and we're about to do it right now. So let's dive straight in. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna knock this thing out fairly quickly. So I'm probably gonna try to take a 320 over it and sand everything down with 320. I want to get it all back to the red. I don't really want to go rougher than 320 if I don't have to. I can go 180, but I'm gonna try to just start out with 320. So I'm gonna get the DA out, the sander out, put some 320 on it, sand these out. I'm not gonna worry about in the inserts because that's gonna be fine to keep that black. We're just gonna sand the flats. I'm gonna knock that out and I'll get back. This is what you should have when you're done with your 320. Is it should look something like this. You should be able to see the original stuff again. There's gonna be all black in here. When you're sanding, make sure you cut straight on your edges, because now you're making a black line with the old tint around the edges, which is perfectly fine. It'll look good when we're done, but just make sure you keep that straight and that the edge is not, you know, zigzaggy. All of our flats are cut off. We're now going to take it, rinse it off, and wash it with a 1000 is what I'm going to do. You don't have to do a 1000. That's just what I'm going to do. So you can see when I rinse them off, you can see how all the color comes right back. It looks factory. So I'm just gonna run over it real fast with 1000 because I have it. You don't have to. All you have to is at least like 320 or something, and then some Scotch-Brite, burgundy Scotch-Brite. This is what I'm using. I'm just gonna hit the flats with 1000, and then I'm gonna Scotch-Brite all the edges and all the insides just to make sure that everything is scuffed up. The grit is necessarily not too important on this step, as long as you're not over, you know, much more over 320. You can wet sand, 600, all that stuff you want. Like I said, I'm gonna run 1000. But you don't have to. All right, Ed, so Ed has mixed up our stuff. Is that good to go, Ed? That's reduced? That's reduced. We are going to just cut in some straight black. All this is some straight scrap black. We had just a very tiny bit because I'm gonna let it sit every day. Yeah. So he splashed in a little bit of accelerator is all he did. All right, so all we're gonna do is we're gonna take our black, and you're starting with straight clear, so you're just gonna stir and just mix in a little bit of black first. Now, we went over this in some other videos. What probably looks like it's dark is probably not actually gonna be dark. I'm not looking for a super dark job on this one. I'm trying to just look for the classy look. I'm not trying to look for like murdered out. And we're just doing a little tiny bit of clear coat, so we're just gonna spray it right outside, just like you would do in your driveway or whatever. There is a rule that if you're spraying under a certain amount, that you're allowed to just do it right outside without a booth or anything. Let me put on the mask so that all the YouTube people don't lose their crap. All we're gonna do is just make nice even passes over it at first and see what we got. All right, so that one looks amazing. This one already is having fisheye problems. You can see right there all the fish eyes. So we might be redoing that. I'm gonna try to put some fisheye remover in it. This is what happens whenever you are painting over top of like spray paint and stuff. It'll mess up. These are just race car tail lights, so it's not the end of the world. This product is a fisheye eliminator. It gets rid of stuff exactly like that. So we're just gonna dump a little in there. The only problem you can deal with now by putting this in there is that now we're gonna put more over it because I am in a rush to get out of here. And you can run it. If we run this, then we're gonna have to let it dry, and we're gonna be coming back tonight and redoing them. what you put over here, you have to put over the whole car, the whole taillights, or you'll have one that's darker than the other. Thankfully, since we didn't mix it too strong, our first pass is not that dark. And you're gonna have inside the gun from here to here, you're gonna have your old mix. So you need to shake the gun up good and then blow a little out first to get the old stuff out, so that hopefully it's feeding it the new stuff with fisheye eliminator. So I'm just gonna shake it to make sure all that fisheye eliminator is in there. And then I'm just gonna roll some of it out. And you got to do it the exact same way on both of them. You want to be 50. All right, so if we can keep this from running, then that's gonna be amazing. Look at how that laid out. Y'all remember just how bad it was. So you can see where it's running off, because I do have it thick on there. Like, you can literally see it about to drip. I am in a rush, so I'm rushing these, but this is probably like y'all are gonna be doing it at your house in your garage, you know? So this is realistic DIY stuff, but look at the reflection in that thing. And I will show y'all these on the car whenever we actually get them installed. So that's going to be a wrap for the paint side of it. Hopefully this don't run. If it runs, then you can't really wet sand and buff it, because it's pulling the black base coat that's inside of the clear on it. So you would have, since I'm spraying tint, now if I was spraying just straight clear over this again, which is sometimes what I do, is I lay the tint and then put clear over it on top of that again. You could wet sand and buff your clear, but you can't really wet sand and buff this because it has tint in it, and so then you'll start making it look uneven. So it doesn't look like it's going to run. I think Eddie splashed enough accelerator in it to make it kick off fast. You can denib it if you have a little trash, you like right there, you can lightly wet sand and buff it, but I don't think we're going to need to. All right, so we just got down here to Rockingham. We have our taillights. We're going to go get put in Turbo John's car. Let's scoot on down here and find where his pit's at. So this is the crap that John has in here now.
Hold on, this one.
Where did you even find these at, John? In the dumpster?
They were on the car. Look, it's not. I hadn't been fast enough where that thing could even come off yet.
So
that shows you how much of a turn it is.
We're gonna get the new ones put in and then let y'all check it out how they turned out, because it's gonna look way better. All right, so there's what it looked like all together, and if you look, John's already tore the car up down there, but them things look way better, man. Way better than the old stuff. So you can definitely do this yourself at your house if you wanted to, right in your driveway on a Saturday. It won't be hard to do. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share, and thanks y'all for watching.